Hey everybody, it is Monday, and I am sitting here in my room. As you can see, there's some records up on my wall. Tom's, if you can see that, I don't know. Yeah, Tom's flags. There is my closet, and my roommate, Jesse. Say hello, Jesse. He can be strange. And anyways, today I'm coming to you. Me and Justin and Jeremy actually talked this week, and we are all wanting to give you our testimonies this week, and so that's what I'm about to do. And anyways, hopefully that you guys will benefit from this and maybe get to know me a little bit better and understand the reasonings why we are trying to get to India. But
What you doing?
so I want to tell my testimony. Let's see, how far back do we need to go? 1991, June, I don't even know my own birthday. June 16th, 1991, I was brought into the world. And about 8 years later, I got saved at a kids camp. And I was in church my entire life. My father was on the band, most churches that we were at. He is a phenomenal bass player. And actually anything player, and he can sing really well. My mom, on the other hand, is not musically talented, but she's an amazing mother. She cooks good. She is an inspiration. She reads her Bible every day. She prays every day. She is one of the most devout Christians I've ever met in my entire life, just as far as devotion. My testimony starts around middle school. My dad got a job in South Carolina, and we moved to a small town called Toccoa, which, if you've read my bio, it is a very small town, and there's not really much to do there. But we moved there from my dad's job, and he worked in radiology and nuclear medicine, and so we moved up there so he could have his job, and I started attending a new school. There really wasn't anything to do in Toccoa besides I played sports. Wasn't really that awesome at them. I'm a big guy, so I played football and I played basketball and a few other things like that. But I found a church in town with an awesome youth pastor that just took the time to get to know me and who I was, and pulled me into youth ministry. And there I developed music abilities. I was on the drama team. I sang in choir and leadership, stuff like that. I just loved being at church, and so I was there as much as possible, and I loved every second of it. My youth pastor developed a lot of things in me that are still in me to this day because of him. Along about ninth grade, actually a little bit before ninth grade, but about ninth grade, I met a young lady, and she was gorgeous, and she had all my attention from day one. And I started spending a lot of time with her, and it ended up being a relationship that lasted throughout the rest of high school and into my first year of college. And during that relationship, I struggled with my time being spent either with her or at church and my friends and stuff like that. And it was just, I mean, I was young, and it was a learning experience for me. And we had a break up in college, and it ended up being not so good. And so I had a great job. I was making a lot of money for as young as I was, or at the time I was 19, 20 years old, and so I was making a lot of money for my age, and I was leading worship at a church. And so as hard as I took it, the smile had to be worn at church and at my job, so I did. And at home, I really kind of resented, just at this point, I was thinking, God, where have you brought me in my life? Because I moved to a certain school, and I'm studying what I'm studying, and I have given a lot up to be close to this girl, and to really, I really thought that where I was at was where he called me. And I even at the time, I think that I was there for a purpose, and that purpose was to find out that His will for me, and that I should have listened better, mostly because I think that if I had listened, I would have avoided a train wreck really early on. But I came to my senses, and it led me to a friend had been calling me just really for years. I was at that spot for 2 years because of my job. I didn't want to leave. I was kind of trapped in. I had great benefits and a lot of perks. I was living with some friends, and I had my own schedule, and I did what I wanted when I wanted to do it, basically. And God called me to G-Slam, where I'm at right now in Griffin, Georgia, I believe, when I left high school, and I avoided that to go somewhere else. However, I do believe that I learned a lot where I went, and it was a great time for me. But He put me here now for a purpose, and I feel more peace in my heart and more joy than I've felt in a long time being inside of His will and inside of His plan. I know this is where I'm supposed to be. I sleep better. Sorry, I still have a cough. I sleep better. My mind is at ease. You probably can't tell from this video or any other video because you just met me, but I've lost weight, and just things are working out for me. And I was scared to death when I first came here because I was like, I'm not going to pay for anything. I was debt free at that time and making good money, so I didn't want to leave that, but I did. And since I've been here, I haven't had need of anything. It's all been provided for me. Everything from gas to food to tuition. I found out today that my tuition had been paid off. I'd paid off a good portion of it, but I had a good portion of it left. And somebody randomly came up to our church and said, "Hey, I want to pay Max's tuition." So God works in your lives, guys. If anything that you get out of this video, I want you to know that if you follow the will of God for your life, whether that be being a nurse, whether that be being a bag boy at a grocery store, or working as an executive for a big time industry, if God calls you there, He will provide for you. He will make a way for His plan in your life, and you have to hold on to that. You have to know that what God has called you to do is the plan for your life, and that He will support you through it. And that's one of the reasons why we have created this website, why we have come to you to ask for help, because we believe that God has called us to go to India. We believe that there's something there for us for all of our lives that we need to learn there. And I believe that through sharing the need through other people's hearts, and you may be watching this video and you may know that you are where you're supposed to be, and God has provided for you. And so I believe more than anything that when we see where we're supposed to be, that we should do everything to help others be where they're supposed to be. And that's the Great Commission, is to go in the world, preach the gospel. And the gospel is to help people find their way to God. And I believe that you guys are going to help us out a lot. So anyways, this is my Monday video. That's a little bit like an overview general of my testimony. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Just know that we are praying for all of you, that we are constantly trying to figure out new ways to make you guys smile, laugh, and share interesting details of our day with you. Tomorrow Jeremy will be with you, and he will be sharing his testimony either tomorrow or Friday. I think it's his next day. Friday. So stick around, keep watching. We love that we've gotten as many views as we have, all the subscription and everything. This video is almost 9 minutes long, and my iPhone's probably not going to upload it to YouTube, but if it does, it'll be a miracle. So, yay. Love you guys. Have a great night.